My boyfriend, 27M, is turned off by my 23F boobs because they're not natural. I really don't even understand this whole thing. He used to love my boobs. Then when I admitted to getting them done, he looked at me as if I was the biggest deceiver to walk this planet. I wish I was just being dramatic. He claims to find it unattractive cause he loves and prefers women with natural bodies. Yeah, the type the women he follows on social media totally have. Lol. The implants I have in aren't that huge or stiff. They look and feel pretty natural. He wouldn't have even known they were done if I didn't share that with him. Which I really regret now, since he never even suspected it. Guys I've been with before him knew about me getting them done and never found it bothersome at all. So I was fairly shocked and surprised by his strong reaction. The actual problem now is that he's turned off by my boobs because they're fake. It's funny and strange, I know, but it really does hurt my feelings a lot. To be honest, this whole thing has been having a negative effect on our sex life and our relationship lately. Any advice on how to deal with this situation? And what could possibly be the reason behind him having such reaction? I really do understand having preferences, but it's a bit crazy to stop seeing something you thought was attractive as so after finding out a minor detail about it. What does that even change? Edit. To answer a few repeated questions. Why did you tell him? Under what context did it happen? It was very casual. We were viewing stuff on my memories, laughing about some old videos, then I showed him one of me 5 years ago under anesthesia. He was like, when TF did you even get surgery and what was it for? I told him all about it and that it was for my breasts. His reaction shocked me. He thought I was joking, then got pissed. How long have you two been dating for? It's almost been a year, but we've known each other through friends for 3. I was dating my ex-boyfriend during that time, so nothing even happened between us. Edit 2. Could y'all stop with the comments saying, "You've posted this 1,000 times before"? LMAO, I only did once and it was on a different community. My post was taken down before I even managed to see most response. Let him go find a natural woman. There are plenty more fish in the sea. Don't waste your time or energy on this. Well, if you can't figure it out, feel free to remind him there are plenty of men out there with zero issues. Boobs or boobs. Maybe he can go find himself a free-range grass-fed boob lady. I wouldn't feel comfortable being with someone so judgmental over what cosmetic procedures people decide to get, but I don't understand why someone else's body could be so offensive to him. Personally, I think it's very sad to degrade a woman because she got surgery and shame them for not being natural. Your boyfriend sounds like he's not going to let this go, and it's something he's going to use against you for the foreseeable future, and if I was you, I wouldn't put up with it. The very idea of cosmetic surgery is a turn-off to some people, and it doesn't matter whether what was done is noticeable or not. I don't know your reasons for doing so, but more communication on this could help. But he also might never get over this. It can also be shocking to learn later into the relationship. So that alone needs a conversation. I know I saw this post the other day, with lots of responses. Were none of those responses sufficient for you? Edit. Your post is still searchable so you can see all the responses. Stop posting this FFS. You're only going to get the same answers as last time. He is free to not like them at all now that he knows they're fake. The only question is, why are you still staying with someone who makes you feel worse about yourself? Dump this man, and find someone who will worship your breasts. There are many of us out there. What could possibly be the reason behind him having such reaction? You needed plastic surgery to love an aspect of yourself that was probably fine beforehand. That's usually the foundation for this type of reaction. But the hypocrisy with following plastics on social media is an interesting cognitive dissonance. Just curious, why did you decide to tell him they're implants? How long were you together? Sorry, but he sounds awful. He's mean for calling your breasts unattractive. He's a hypocrite for enjoying fake bodies on social media. He's immature for failing to understand how prevalent procedures are. He's controlling BC or prior procedures or literally none of his business. And he's misogynistic for holding women to his paradoxical and contradictory ideals. Fake tits turn me off to an extent also. I think it's more from the mentality of it than anything. But it's not the end of the world really. Yeah, lots of men are turned off by fake boobs, lips, etc. and the associated vanity that comes with it. Just go your separate ways. This is Reddit. You know the comments are going to be all in support of you with no thought involved. Enjoy your time in the validation chamber and be on your way. He is free to like or dislike something. And it is also his choice to determine whether it is a deal breaker or not, just the same way you can choose if this situation is worth breaking up over. In my opinion, give him time and have a conversation about it. There is no reason to approach this with hostility on either side. He may eventually come around and accept it, but don't blame him for having a preference. I would also find them less attractive after finding out they are fake, because I am super against major cosmetic surgery unless medically needed. It would just kill the joy I find in them. A lot of people focused on the look, feel, and not enough people focusing on the emotional bits. There are two practical types of plastics: repair, reconstruction, and purely cosmetic. I'd date someone who's had a repair, reconstruction, generally speaking, but if someone had a nose job because they didn't like it, that's a bridge too far for me. That shows a tidbit of a personality I have no interest in. I've seen hundreds of posts on Reddit of guys bashing women who get fake boobs, and it never fails to be ridiculous. They'll all be in a chorus saying, "It looks fake and I hate it." Quote, yet, the problem with that is it's only the ones that truly look fake that they're criticizing while using generic language to describe all fake boobs. It's confirmation bias. All the fake boobs I see must look bad, fake, therefore all fake boobs are bad. Probably 90% of the fake boobs Redditors have seen, in the wild, they didn't know they were fake. Yet they've created a negative stigma that's perpetuated on this site. I've criticized someone for confirmation bias before in a similar discussion on this subreddit on an old account and got downvoted to hell. It's a toxic trait people seem proud of. I dated a woman for a while and had no idea she'd had a boob job. She told me one day and I was like, cool, and then we had sex and went about our night. Your boyfriend is probably around a lot of echo chambers feeding him these opinions and telling him to hate all fake stuff, and yet he doesn't even know how to identify it. It reminds me of the Dave Chappelle bit where there's a blind guy who is a racist but he doesn't know he's black, and then he finds out and divorces his wife for her being a N-word lover. Find someone who is living in reality and not clinging to biases and asinine beliefs that are shaping his reality rather than reality shaping his beliefs. I just saw this same post the other day, nearly word for word. You're going to get the same answers. You would be surprised the amount of men that don't like fake, plastic women with plastic surgery or any other procedure like lips, etc. Sometimes even long nails. The amount of people in the replies comparing your body to food is disgusting. IDK how long you've been together, but if a person loves you they should be able to love all of you. My so is not crazy about tattoos and doesn't have any, but has never asked me to stop getting them, or looked at me any differently because of them. He doesn't like thinking of himself as the kind of guy who is attracted to fake boobs, and he's unable to name that feeling, so he's getting angry at you for deceiving him. Or maybe deceiving with the quotes. IDK. If you knew he thought they were real, and that their non-realness would matter to him, and you let him think that for a while, then you did deceive him, and you should not have, and the revelation may have shaken his trust. And both these things can be true at the same time.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.